If you're here for the first time, just stay and listen through the whole thing. I've had a lot of people that hate me for my opinions and the things that I say, but that's no different than anyone else trying to make you know, any kind of point on social media. You're always going to get hate. There are always going to be haters who oppose your opinions. And oftentimes, we had this conversation yesterday, but it's always men. Women have always tended to agree with points that I've made, whether it was about trucking or about relationships in general. People used to think that I was kind of, what's that word, misogynistic, until I really started going in on the men and what exactly I think about them. Because honestly, guys, the problem in this day and age, and we're going to get to the subject matter in the video very shortly, but the whole fact of the matter is that our country, the United States of America, is in the state that it's in today because of weak men. There are too many weak men in this world today, and that's the reason why toxic feminism has been able to take such a strong hold on our citizens today in this country. And it's really, really, really sad, the direction that we've been going over the last 4 years. Whether you guys agree with Trump, whether you're pro-Trump, pro-Biden administration, doesn't matter to me. I think it's a shame that the right and the left have been going at it over politics and the things that they've been saying, the hateful things that they've been saying. For a while, when I was, very outspoken about my political beliefs, I've received death threats just over talking about my opinions in trucking. Men get very offended when it's, when we're talking about the things that I talk about. Men get very, very offended, and it's sad that they stoop to the levels that they stoop to with their opinions. Ruben Sosa, we got Ruben Sosa in the chat. Left, right, controlled by you know who. Exactly. And it rhymes with juice. Now, whenever we're talking about an ethnicity or a religion, we are not encompassing them as a whole, right? There are extremists in every religious and political sector of the subject matter. American Sputnik, we got American Sputnik in here. What's up, bro? So I'm going to be going over here to Russia. I'm going to be visiting Russia very, very soon with my buddy, American Sputnik, Marcelo. Extremely proud of him. Extremely proud of I almost said American Sosa, of Ruben Sosa. You guys have to go and subscribe to both of their YouTube channels. Ruben Sosa is a tanker yanker. He's a tank driver. So he hauls crude oil. And he delivers to all sorts of different gas stations, okay? He's going up to those racks every day, filling up. It's a dangerous job. And I've been learning Russian with in American Sputnik's Telegram group. So if you guys want to learn Russian, there's a Telegram group for that. And Marcelo, I forget what you titled the group. Can you put that in here so that I can communicate the name so people can join that group? And also, you guys can follow me if you'd like, Mr. By the Mile on Instagram. My channel is going a whole new direction. I'm still going to be talking about blue-collar jobs. I'm still going to be talking about all the things that I've been talking about, but things are changing because I'm going to start traveling very soon. I'm going to Russia next year. Next summer is when I'm planning to go. So for those of you who like, travel vlogging, for now, go check out American Sputnik. He's living in Russia. He's an American Army veteran, and he's led quite an incredible life thus far. Ruben Sosa is making some awesome music. I went live and I showed a sample of one of my favorite songs of his. If you guys like Bad Bunny, that kind of style, and you like corridos, and you like stuff like that, I know I have a lot of Latinos in here who watch me. You're really gonna like El Sosa. He's in Apple Music. You can go check him out there. Now, great guys, American Sputnik, Ruben Sosa. We're going places, dog. Now, on to the subject matter. You lose because you're lazy. 100% accurate. And for those of you who follow guys like Augustine Ramos and, you know, morons like that who make content to bash other creators, this is for you. You're a loser. If there's too much wind, let me know. I've got a microphone here that can cut the wind out, and we can start using that. I'm going to put something here to kind of block the wind here for the sound. So if the wind's too much, let me know in the chat so that I can change that for you, okay? Let me make sure that I've got, here we go. I got to make sure that this, for whatever reason, this is not coming out. But let me just get a thumbs up in the chat if the sound is okay and there's not too much wind. My wife just made me a couple of bagels. That's what I'm eating right now. I just had one of my health drinks. I went live and I showed you guys how to make one of these health drinks that I'm drinking right now. It's cacao, natural cacao. All right, cacao, maca root, a little cayenne pepper for the heart, and Ceylon cinnamon, and natural honey. Yeah, Ruben is on YouTube. I think the name of his channel is DJN Trucker. Right, Ruben? DJN Trucker, isn't it? You know, Ruben and I were having this very same conversation on my subject matter. You lose because you're lazy. You lose because you're lazy, and you lose because you're not humble. Can't tell you guys how many times people tell me to be humble when they still have something to learn from me through this channel. I've learned from my subscribers, okay? I've learned from American Sputnik. He's 30 years old, I'm 37. I've learned from Ruben Sosa, who I think is also a little younger than me. Through doing martial arts, kids as young as 10 years old have taught me something. You know, if you can't sit here and say that you've learned something from a child, I think you're the one who needs to become a little bit more humble. And I can tell you of one individual I know right now who is being humbled as we speak. He couldn't pass a test recently and couldn't perform the duties of his job, yet he always talked like he was a true Christian. He always talked like he had one over on me. And it has become obvious and apparent that he is not. The Lord Christ is humbling him as we speak right now. Now, recently I was in another state taking care of a family member. And while I was there, I went around and checked some things out, particularly in Kansas City. If you guys have ever been to the Amtrak over there, because I rode the train, it was amazing to see and to learn, you know, how this Amtrak goes all across the United States and has these sleeper cabs and everything in there for the people to sleep in, called sleepers, you know, sleeper train. And it was awesome to see. Really awesome to see. Now, back to our subject, you lose because you're lazy. I mean, that's the reason, bro. You spend so much of your time talking crap about other people, wasting your time as a content creator, trying to make other people look bad. See, I make people look good on my channel. The only reason I ever went in on Augustine Ramos is because I saw people following his stupid advice of not to go trucking, yet there he sits in a truck as an overweight loser. And that's just my opinion. He can turn things around and become a winner. Absolutely. Don't hate the guy. But after all the things that he said and done towards me, hey man, you reap what you sow. And I'm not going to allow people to think that if they get their CDL and become truck drivers, that they can't still succeed. If you go to Night Transportation or any over-the-road company, not only are you going to see where we live in the God blessed United States of America, but you're going to get a good feel for where you should be living. Originally, I wanted to leave California. That's where my mind was at. I wanted to leave. And I wanted to go to Arizona or The original plan was I was going to go to Ohio. Obviously, I'm not in Ohio right now. I'm still here. And I've made the decision that I will never go anywhere else. I'm staying in California because I've gone through hurricane weather, I've gone through tornado weather, and I don't want to subject my family to that, something they're not used to. We're going to be moving to a place where we don't have family. So there's no real comfort there other than making a phone call, right? If there's too much wind, again, you guys let me know so I can put my microphone in, okay? So if you're already living in California and you've got yourself a good blue collar job, don't leave. Stay, all right? Save your money, buy yourself a house, and then start looking to other countries, right? And be a legal immigrant. Get your visa, do everything legally, not the way these immigrants do over here. Ruben Sosa says, my brother-in-law is out with the trainer right now with Knight. I keep sending people their way till this day to get experience and go OTR. Experience the country while getting paid. 100%. Absolutely, bro. That's always going to be the best experience. You got to know the lay of the land, right? When you go, I don't know about you, when I take my family to the theater, when I take my family to a new restaurant, and we're in a new city or a new state, I have to have already been there because there's less for me to keep track of. Any good leader, any good man understands the lay of the land. And if he can have a jump on things when he's going to have people that he's responsible for, it's good to get ahead of the game so that you know exactly where to go, what to do, where the hospitals are at, where other emergency services are located. Like, you got to have a good lay of the land before you take your family anywhere. So obviously, my first time going to Russia, I'm not going to have my family with me. It's just going to be it's just going to be myself. Okay, that's just common sense. Once I have a good lay of the land, know what to do, know some more people, then I'll go ahead and bring my family to come and have a good time. Now, Milan, Italy. I've been to Milan, Italy before, a while back. Now that I know the lay of the land over there, that's somewhere that I would take my family for sure, for vacation, right? Anywhere in this country at this point, I'm comfortable taking my family. Anywhere in this country. I've already been everywhere, know where all the good restaurants are in places like Kansas City and Amarillo, Texas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, all the way down, by the Mexican border. I think it starts, what's the name of that freaking city in Texas? But anyway, Miami, right? Florida, Miami, Tallahassee, I know Tampa Bay. I've been to all these places, New York, a few states over there, New Jersey, every single state in the United States, I'm comfortable taking my family. But certain cities, of course, As far as Illinois, I've really only been to Chicago, not really anywhere else. And I'm not very comfortable. I wouldn't take my family to Chicago. I wouldn't. So, with all that said, you lose because you're lazy, especially these content creators who make fun. And they always punch upward, right? These people that they're going in on have more subscribers than them and are more successful. And there recently was another vlogger that loves hating on people that recently started kissing this dude's ass because they met. And I didn't see the video, but I heard this through the grapevine. People who watch that individual who's made videos about me. So anyways, I'm not going to be mentioning any of these people's names anymore on my videos. We're about to get huge, bro. Me and American Sputnik, we're going to be traveling. Hopefully Ruben Sosa is going to be able to come along. He's going to be able to play his music all over the world, right? Apple Music is a nationwide thing. And as people get to know him and his music, we're going to launch. It's about teamwork. You're going to hear a lot of content creators say, I did this on my own. They're fucking liars. Nobody became famous on their own. Maybe you came into a lot of money and you invested it the right way, right? Like, what's that dude's name? Bilzerian, right? Like, okay, he hit the lotto, right? And so for him, that, yeah, it's self-made. But what's he doing today? He's going on podcasts and he's speaking. This is a teamwork thing. This YouTube community, this is the new age, bro. This is how musicians get recognized, content creators, whether you're traveling or cooking or whatever it is that you're trying to monetize. Companies like Interscope, they're not going to be around much longer with this YouTube thing out here, right? And a Bumble and all these other things. I'm about to sneeze in a minute. Excuse me if I sneeze. But I noticed that now I'm starting to hold more people in my live streams. Number one, because I am an effective communicator, but I still have a lot to learn. Number two is I can talk and talk and talk. And as long as you guys have questions, we're always going to have something to talk about. So if you have any questions about things I'm knowledgeable in, like trucking, we have Marcelo in the chat, American Sputnik. So if you got questions about Russia or traveling, period, he's here to answer those questions, and I can communicate what he's written, and you guys can follow along in the chat as well. Guys, I plan to get to know strong, honest, wealthy people all over the world very, very soon. And this is the type of life that I want to lead. I already have a pension for myself. I've always told you guys, make sure you have some kind of a pension locked in from these blue collar jobs. You know, it's free money. Get your money, right? So in the end, when I'm 60 years old, I'm going to have a pension to look forward to for myself, looking at about $1,200 a month for the rest of my life. That's something, especially if you're living in Russia or Puerto Rico or somewhere in South America, plus making YouTube content. Guys, the time is now, but the ship is sailing. Like, for example, right now, long form content isn't really getting a whole lot of views unless 50% of your subscriber base is watching your videos. If you're always getting new people watching your videos when it comes to YouTube, don't expect to be super rich off of it. Okay, you have to have the personality for it. Now, naturally, nobody has the personality to just turn the camera on, speak, go places, and edit, and this and that and the other. But if your communication skills are mediocre at best and you're traveling, right? Or just have a skill that other people are interested in, maybe you make bows and arrows. Dude, people will watch that shit, they'll eat it up, and they will follow you for a very long time. Now, on my channel, it is not my job to create followers. It is my job to create free thinkers, to create future leaders, because that's what we need in this country. That's what we need in this world. People that are going to be honest, to create more honest people doing their own thing, right? And create a community, right? For example, Ruben Sosa and Marcelo, we're in the same community right now, trying to make it out here, trying to do something positive. Marcelo has always been the type of person to help people. So is Ruben Sosa and myself. At first, this YouTube thing started out to where I didn't really know what direction it was going to go. I didn't even know if I was really going to get views. But when I started talking about trucking and my career in LTL and flatbed, people really love watching that. I'm not making as much of those videos, but we're going to talk about trucking a little bit today. And if you guys can sacrifice 3 years of your life to go over the road with Night Transportation or some starter company like that, go over the road, save your money. There's no reason why you cannot save at least $200,000 within that time. If you can't save 200 grand, I don't know what you're doing. But don't have a vehicle. Then you don't have to pay for insurance, right? Don't pay any rent. If you have family, stay with your family. If you don't, Night Transportation and Melton Truck Lines, a flatbed company that I was at 5 years ago, they'll let you take a 34-hour rest anywhere you want. And you can take actual days off, not just a 34. You can take home time anywhere you want. Your 34-hour rest, obviously, you're going to take that wherever you run out of hours at. But then you get to choose. Vehicle is the biggest wealth killer. Yes. Yeah, Ruben. You be able to take home time anywhere you want at Melton Truck Lines. And I think if Melton's doing that, Night transportation is most likely doing that as well. So you can go and say you're driving through freaking Arkansas and you like some city over there in Arkansas, right? Or in Texarkana. And you're like, I want to do a 34 over there. You would be able to tell Mountain, hey, I want to do a 34 here or there. Spend, or, no, or home time, sorry, home time. I want to take home time over there and see what it's like, get to know some people, right? Dude, you can get to know people in every freaking state that are going to give you a realistic view of what it would really be like living there. Guys, is there too much wind? Hey, Ruben, is there too much wind? It's a little windy today. I got to know that first before I continue, because if it is, I'm going to put in my microphone or I'm going to move towards the garage. Is it too windy? Yeah, now there is? Okay. I'm going to move myself to the garage. Let me put you guys over here. Let's go in there. It'll be a little quieter, a little better. I got this tarp still here from the pool that we had. But the other thing is I recently bought a house. Hold on. So I bought a house 3 years ago, this house that you're seeing right now. Best decision, best decision I ever made. But if you're single, and even if you're married, just help your partner to understand the sacrifices that need to be made so that you guys can have an easier life. Because I'm telling you guys, travel content is the type of content that's getting people rich and is retiring them early. And if you already have a pension, which is what I've always talked to you guys about, is having a pension set. See, I'm going to get paid about $1,200 for the rest of my life as of right now. If I walked away from the company that I'm working at right now, I am still getting a pension. And no matter where I'm living in the world, especially if it's cheaper than the United States, I'll be looking at having, money from my pension, money from YouTube. People are going to watch you. And you have to be willing to help people. Don't hoard your money. Don't hoard your subscriber count. If you get a lot of views and you believe in someone, don't get drawn into, oh man, he's going to take my viewers. That is the most selfish thing that you can do. People have lost sight. Like I was saying earlier, it's a lie. These people that are saying that they're self-made, they're not fucking self-made, bro. Like it's about teamwork out here. And Ruben was telling me the other day that I was right about everything I was talking about in my live stream the other day about people who closest to you will not support you. A guy who I thought was my best friend was secretly a fucking hater, secretly hating on me. Telling me to do this with my house and that with my house and look at his house and look what he's doing. He's trying to tell me he doesn't flex. Every real man likes to flex. But as I flex, I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing. It's not going to be easy. And as time goes on, if you have a YouTube channel, you better start now. And if you come into some money, travel, bro. Hit me up. Meet me wherever I'm at in the world. We'll do a video together and I will help you climb as well. You know why? As much of a loser as men can be, one thing that men have more than a woman is loyalty, right? A lot of men out here will F you over. But when a man knows that you helped him make it, he in turn will be there for you as well. And that's what creates a more peaceful world. A community of people who have one another's backs. A group of men like that are absolutely unstoppable. But it's also the type of man that big GOVT wants to take out. Look at Charlie Kirk. Look at the influence that man had in our country. They took him out. Who took him out? I don't want to say here just yet. And I agree with what you just said. Let me bring that back up because I have my phone in the horizontal view right now. Greg Marr, thank you for being in here. Where? Yeah, I live in Southern California. Jerry Watts, thank you. The wind is picking up. American Sputnik, night is a good place to get your foot in the door and get your CDL. I didn't go that route, but I got many friends that did. American Sputnik was smart. He's made some awesome moves. I really commend you, bro. Welcome back home. Cheesecake says that dude's a good person. He just needs to keep some of his thoughts to himself. Exactly. Who Guys, who says this? I went on a date with a girl and she told me I need to get my shit together. I mean, I commend you for talking about that, but at the same time, this dude has a YouTube channel and she doesn't. Not saying that he's better than her, but who is she to tell him anything? Unless she's making six figures a year, and has her own place, because, this content creator doesn't have a place of his own, right? And they would tell me, oh, you're just bragging about your home and bragging about this, and you're a bragger, dude. Tell me I don't sound like him. He's just always bragging, dude. He's just a bragger. Like, he just brags about his house, brags about his wife. And guys, tell me, the dude didn't start talking about wives and husbands and relationships until I came along. Am I right? I gave the dude fucking subject matter. In the live stream where I totally wrecked him, everybody in that chat was pro Mr. by the Mile. And thank you all. If you're in this live stream right now, from that live stream where I gave him every opportunity to come forward and us just shake hands and be cool. But no, it's that attitude right there. That is not humble. I gave every opportunity for us to be cool, and he didn't take it. When you slap my hand away, I forgive you, but we're never going to have a relationship of any kind, because I can't trust someone like that. Someone like that is unstable, and I got these people calling me, narcissist and all this other stuff, you guys. And honestly, only narcissists call other people narcissists. And everybody does have narcissistic tendencies, but we're human beings and we're educated to be able to psychoanalyze ourselves and others, especially as we grow in life. To put those tendencies, those natural human tendencies, to the side. Because true humility is being able to shut up long enough to listen. And that's why you guys, not you personally who are listening, but that's why you guys, indirectly, I'm not talking to you if this is not you, are always going to be a loser. You're always going to be a loser because you can't put your pride to the side. And the individual I mentioned earlier, who only became my friend just to be nosy about my own life. And let me tell you, this dude's relationship was in shambles. Like, it's on the verge of total failure, right? Guys, be careful with who you marry out here. Love yourself. First and foremost, love Christ. Okay? When you have a wife one day, love her the way Christ loved the church, right? And always hold yourself accountable. The reason why I started this YouTube channel in trucking, which is a big risk, by the way, is to hold me accountable, to make me a better driver. Because if I fuck up out there, everybody on YouTube is going to find out. Or somebody out there will make a video about how bad I effed up, put it all over YouTube, and then what? My word becomes less than shit. So, with all that said, you guys, I don't want to make this live stream too long. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, especially if you're new. And if you're coming back, welcome back, you guys. We're about to do some huge things. All of you that were here from day one, from today, the rebirth of my channel, I will give you a platform to stand on. So make yourself known today. Write your name, okay? If you have a YouTube channel name, throw it out there. If you're making music, throw the music name out there. But when this video goes live for everybody to view every day, it's going to disappear. So write it again, okay? Just wait until this video posts and then write that stuff in the comment section so I can remember you and have a note so that when you are ready to make it, and as I grow, I'm going to help you grow, right? This is a team effort. Don't listen to this bullshit out there that you got to be self-made. It's lonely at the top. I mean, yeah, it's a little lonely at the top for people who screw one another over in business deals. But YouTube's a whole other animal, man. I mean, you make a video together on each one of your channels, right? One day we go live on American Sputnik's channel. The next day, well, we let them know that we'll be live on my channel the next day. We help one another out. That's what life's about. People. Everybody's on a journey. Everybody's trying to make it to somewhere, something. And it's our job as good people, right? Religion aside, faith aside, is to just, in order to have a more peaceful nation, a more peaceful world, number one is you improve yourself, right? Number two, as you improve yourself, you teach other people about what you're going through so that when they choose to start their own journey toward becoming better people, there you go. You get what I'm trying to say? You guys understand? You're not dumb. I know we got a lot of good people in this live stream today, you guys. Thank you all for being here. 30 minutes, I think that's long enough. Thank you all for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. Mr. Badamala, your home for discussions based on my knowledge and experience in trucking. You guys have a good one, man.